Hello and welcome back to Director's Cut. Today we're going to be talking about good and bad CGI. Me and Finland did this as a project at the end of year 10 for a interview, or it was just like an English project. So we've got quite a lot of facts on this, and I think I'm quite qualified because I've done some research on talking about this. So the question that we did was, is CGI getting worse or is audiences harder to please? So what did I have to consider when going into researching this topic? So the multiple things which I had to go and research about was lighting, characters, setting, objects, different type of things that you could use CGI for. One of the many films which I researched was The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. You might ask me what the difference between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings was, but there are a lot of differences. In The Hobbit, they use special effects which make the film not seem real, and the objects doesn't have weight, and it just feels horrible to watch. Whereas in Lord of the Rings, they use a lot of practical effects to make certain effects look amazing, like the different scale factors of The Hobbit and Gandalf, where they would stand at different angles when the camera was shooting them, have different moving sets. The buildings are actually small sets, for fuck's sake.
Peter was really committed to the idea of doing a lot of miniature work in art films, which is not necessarily typical today because you can do so much with pure CG.
Lord of the Rings was actually lovely to watch, unlike the film we're gonna unname and just put in the trash. It's not just Lord of the Rings and Hobbit though, it seems to be a trend of films having practical effects then turning to CGI and not being really realistic. I'm gonna show you two scenes from Jurassic Park, then Jurassic World, and I want you to think in your head which one you think is more scary and just feels more realistic. Well, I am hoping you said the first one, because I'm gonna look like a muppet if you didn't think of the first one. Well, definitely for me, I thought the first one was more scary, and I don't know, my body just felt like it was more realistic. I think it's because the practical effects used. Okay, by now you're probably thinking this is just a rant about how bad CGI is, but I did put in the title good and bad CGI, so I have to talk about the good aspects of CGI, if there is any. You're probably thinking after just me showing you that the practical effects are a lot better, but it's not always the case. CGI is used heavily in the movie industry, and CGI is actually good when it's used correctly. Can you imagine Avatar without CGI? I bet you can. Exactly. CGI does deserve credit, but when used wrong, I think we need to pick up on that, and we do need to improve and find ways of improving, because CGI is just going to turn into a shit show. The good thing about CGI is that it gives filmmakers the freedom to do whatever they want in their film. If they want to do a stunt, they can do it. If they want to do a CGI space city, they can do it. It gives them their entire imagination to do whatever they want. But, and this is a big but, CGI, it's not really expensive, but the bad thing about CGI is it's time consuming. Very, very time consuming. You think filmmakers want to spend many years on doing CGI, really, really good? No, they'll just pump out the boring old shit CGI which people somehow don't have a problem with, and we all accept it. So what do I have to say about the whole CGI mess? I'm just gonna say a sentence which you'll want to hear. It's not a sentence which I believe is true. So why are you making this video, Elliot? I don't know. It's a point of discussion. CGI is paralysing the film industry. It's taking over production, time, budgets, story, and even replacing real characters. Okay, I want you to think of that question, and I want you to go down in the comments and comment about that statement, not question, statement. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you smack the like button and subscribe, and also comment what your opinion is on CGI. Goodbye.